Hello and welcome back to Filmfaker's commentary with your friends from Superliminal Films. It is still October. Max is still going to try to get me to do a Halloween voice, and I'm not going to. But we are going to talk about vampires, specifically Guillermo del Toro's Blade 2.
Woo!
I'm Dan, and as mentioned, I am joined by...
J-Rod.
And I am Mix.
Oh wow, that was atrocious.
Oh, wait to see the Lost Boys episode.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. Well, Jared's got us queued up here. What do you got us queued? It's right at the beginning, right? It's
Five
beginning.
minutes in. So, like, if you're queued up on the DVD or Blu-ray with us, it's right after it says Blade 2 in the beginning.
Whoa.
Easy.
So,
Yeah, easy peasy. Very easy to figure out. So, Jared, whenever you're ready, kick us loose.
Blade 2.
Yeah, this is a cool intro. We just got the intro before of Nomak, and now we get the intro of the man, the titular Blade.
The Daywalker.
Which is, I think Wesley Snipes did a fair job with these.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's
the eventual reboot, but
I think it's just Wesley Snipes being Wesley Snipes.
yeah,
But
but
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah,
90s and
it's
early
fine.
aughts, Wesley Snipes was fine. So
ish. Apparently he was
bad at paying taxes, but
also bad at not being a decent human. From the effects artists I know have worked on movies with him.
that's a shame.
Yeah, any below the line crew basically forced them to call him Mr. Snipes.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's brutal.
That
Like-
is a narcissistic personality disorder if I've ever.
Yeah, it's like,
That's
come
a shame.
on, we're all just folk here.
This is so well shot. It's so there's so much. We're cutting and we're moving and we're moving and we're cutting and just bam, 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 bam.
What's really hard to do is cut on camera moves and not make it feel extremely jarring.
Or nauseating.
Yeah, like that's the thing, and he does a nice job of the camera moves. It doesn't feel too bad. Like very martial arts there to do we see his hand burning, cut in to see the same thing again.
Yeah.
That's a very martial arts. Like you watch somebody get kicked and then you do a close up of the whole kick again. It's a very martial arts editing technique, and he really ties the room together with those
Well,
kind
Guillermo
of
is
cuts.
very obviously a student, not just of cinema, but of genre cinema.
Mm-hmm.
So this sequence, until the payoff with the great digital effects series again, 2002. That
Yeah.
looks really good for 2002.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
What I'm a little concerned is the fact that a half vampire could make that jump and a full vampire slipped on the ladder.
Yep.
Full vampire has no experience. Like, the thing about it is, like, Blade's been fighting vampires for a while, and these vampires probably have not been fighting people who aren't. So,
And he does have the benefit of having all the vampire pros, but very few of the cons.
That's also
Yeah.
true.
He's just a badass.
yes, this homing thing is ridiculous.
And the fact he has a catch behind his back. There's a few flourishes in here that
Dude,
make
he's super extra.
The blade,
Yeah.
the blade array.
Wow, yeah. Way to say extra.
I mean,
to say
it
that.
is, though.
You are
Like,
right. It's 100% correct.
all of his movements and maneuvers, and like, why are they still trying to fight him? They're on motorcycles. Why haven't they fled?
Because at the end of the alleyway was a wall on one side and a car on the other.
Oh, right, the car on the other. Yeah, okay.
He does try to flee earlier on.
Here we go with all of my cuts. I didn't understand, or with all of the cuts, I didn't fully understand that.
Yep,
Yeah,
there it
there's
goes.
a little much.
That's his car, so.
I do love that he has silver garrote wire, though.
Yeah,
Like that kind of stuff. I mean, that's like whenever a character rolls up and there's like quote unquote special rules for fighting in the universe, and there's a character who just has all the stuff. Like a good
Yeah.
example is Artie from Warehouse 13.
Yep.
Like that kind of stuff. Really.
he knows all the rules. He knows
Oh,
how
it's-
to.
Yeah, it's like Constantine's another good example when he just rolls up with like a match and like a feather, and you're like, what the hell is going on here?
Can we not talk about Constantine? Because I'm so sad that TV show got canceled
Well,
4 years later.
he's done. Have you seen Justice League Dark? Because he did the voice of Constantine in that.
He's done it a couple of times, and no, I haven't.
Have you watched any Legends of Tomorrow? Because he's going to be a regular on the next season after having
Oh, I
like
know, and I'm going to start watching
4
it for
guest
that reason.
appearances and stuff. He's done really well.
Here we go. Vampire cocaine.
Yeah, it's just like powdered blood.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Oh, look at that like awful man. That ain't even a man bun. That's like a man wang.
He's a knot
Full
top.
head wang.
He is a knot top.
I think he makes a knot top cringe.
These dudes, look like dudes I saw at either raves or LAN parties in like late high school and early college.
Well, yeah, these look like dudes who were rejected extras from the Matrix.
Yeah, they look like they
Yeah.
just got done like a Matrix con.
Yeah. Man, the
Oh, the
Matrix
blood-
really did
the blood
revolutionize
effects.
a lot. We
Yeah,
gotta do the Matrix on here at some point, man.
we really should, because there are even like redeeming sequences in the second, less so the third, that we could talk about too. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about how Blade is shooting vampires using a vampire as a human shield. Well, vampire shield.
Well, I mean, this does have a lot of like the leather look and everything.
Oh, yeah.
That was so popular then.
The
Sunglasses and leather.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
industrial look to it.
Yep.
God, the way they dust is just so fantastic.
It's a really cool piece of design.
Hmm.
I really like it.
What I like is that at no point in the sequence has he pulled out the sword.
What I don't like is his like
His flourish.
Or his wall
crappy
kick.
kata there.
His wall kick right there.
It's just like somewhere
No, it was
between
the flourish with the daggers was the part that I had trouble
the full thing. This somewhere between Karate Kid 3 and Super Mario is where my problem is.
with.
But I mean, the fight sequences, obviously, everybody, including Wesley, really knew their shit. Like these are really nice fight sequences,
And they're cut so well.
yeah. Like they're getting multiple. We talked about stunts in other stuff we do. I don't remember what exactly now. We talked about stunts being like choreographed like fights. I think it was How Good Is That, which is our podcast.
Stunts
And-
choreographed like fights.
Yeah, it's like well done sequences, not just one punch they fall over things.
Yeah. Yeah, this was a real fight.
Poor Rush.
Yeah.
Still got that bow on though.
I mean, it's his
You're part of-
aesthetic.
When you're party vampire, you got to be party vampire.
That's those are distillery pots for party liquor.
Party liquor and now blood.
Yeah.
I do like how they use like they have the alternate uses for blood.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the opening sequence where the guy just has some blood in a jar and he's just like, this place even buys blood in a jar. It's like, what is going on?
Where did you get that blood in a jar, guy in Eastern Europe?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Like, who did you buy that blood in a jar off of?
Bye.
Yeah, pretty much.
Poor Whistler.
Yeah. Poor Chris Christopherson.
Him and Bobby McGee.
That's right.
Yeah, I never knew that about that. Yeah, he wrote that song.
Yeah, he actually recorded it originally as well.
Oh, you didn't know that, J-Rod?
I did not.
Bobby McGee, originally about a woman.
Yep.
And then we see the sword.
Here's another Bladeism. Why do we have to do all
And then
this?
backhand.
Always flourish. It's always flourish.
It is. That's part of the thing that annoyed me about the actual character, the way they wanted to use the characters. It's just he shouldn't be wasting that much energy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But it's still a cool movie. I mean, Guillermo did a hell of a job through it. It's well shot, well
Better than
crafted.
Blade Trinity.
Certainly. And I think, arguably better than Blade 1.
It's going to be difficult to find an argument, I think, out of me for that too. Though I'm not a huge fan of any of these films, this I think is probably the one I like the most.
Yeah, it's I think the best storyline of all the pieces. I think you take all the bits and put them together. This has some of the worst sequences though, because for whatever reason they had to put those video game like shots in. They're really bad. Like, it looks like the third act of Black Panther bad. Just kidding. But it's not spectacular stuff. But the movie is so well done other than that it really ties the whole thing together nicely.
It does.
Absolutely.
It does. So, well, thanks for that. Make sure you check us out. It's www.superliminalfilms.com. We're also on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and all of the other places that you are social on the internet. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Damn it.